What is the crack, folks? And welcome to the 14th of December of our Salvage Box Advent Calendar, or as people are calling it, Salvagemas. It's been going grand so far. We've gotten ourselves a few decent mechs. If you didn't catch yesterday's video, you can check it out in that corner there before I review the mechs we've gotten so far. If you want to click on that, I'll give you a few seconds. If you're sticking around, we're going to go and look at the mechs that we've gotten so far. We're not going to go into full review, but we'll just do a quick review of what we've gotten so far. So for the clan forces, we've got ourselves a star. We've got some cracking mechs there. We've got that Kodiak there. It's really sort of sticking out compared to the rest of the star. The Horn Down, the Linebacker, the Thor, and then we have the Nova. It'd be nice if we get like a Mad Cat or a Mad Dog maybe today to help fill out that star a bit with some support for that Kodiak. We're going to do him up in Clan Ghost Bears, and then we'll decide where we're going to go from there. For the Inner Sphere, they are rocking 2 lances. The Inner Sphere have gotten super reinforcements this year. The Assault Mech line is just absolutely crazy. The Atlas, the Cyclops, the King Crab. We've got a Black Knight in there as well. You know, they've got some absolutely heavy swingers in the back there, some heavy fire support. And then we've got, you know, our Enforcer and our Bushwhacker, our Panther, the Stinger. I keep getting, you know, the Stinger and the Wasp in my mind seem to be the same mech. For love nor money, I can never tell them apart. But we've got a decent amount of mechs there. We've got 8 mechs, so we've got 2 lances so far, and it'll be interesting to see what we are getting today. So without any further ado, we shall take the tray. This very promising. There's been a Kodiak and a King Crab out of this tray so far. This is the tray that keeps on giving. You know what I mean? We have today's Salvage Box. We're gonna take it down onto the table and crack it open. See you down there. So here we are, Thursday the 14th. Today's Salvage Box. As I said, I'd hope we'd get something for the clans here. This feels a bit lighter than previous days, so maybe not assault mech material, but you can never tell with these boxes half the time. It would be nice to get some clan reinforcements, as the Inner Sphere are drastically outnumbering them, but we'll see now. What did we get? Oh, an Archer. Very nice. That would go really well with some of the assault mechs that we have so far as fire support for maybe like a command lance. So we'll take the Archer and have a quick look at it. The Archer is an Inner Sphere heavy mech weighing 70 tons. Its battle value for the variant we're looking at the Archer 2R, is 1,477 battle value. Its move profile is 460, walk of 4, run of 6 and a jump of 0. It has 10 heat sinks. Its armor factor is 208. Its weapons loadout is the following: 2 medium lasers, rear facing on the center torso, 1 LRM 20, 1 long range missile 20 in the right torso. It has 2 tons of LRM 20 ammo in the right torso, of 12 rounds altogether. It has an LRM 20 in the left torso and 2 tons of LRM 20 ammunition in the left torso, also for another 12 salvos. It has a medium laser in the right arm, and it has a medium laser in the left arm. So there we are, folks. We got ourselves more reinforcements for the Inner Sphere in the shape of an Archer. That's actually pretty good for the Inner Sphere forces so far, as I was hoping for some missile support. Now a longbow would have been absolutely awesome, but an Archer works. Good missile support mech. The 2R, if you're using it, because it's only got the 10 heat sinks, it can get a bit toasty. You want to get this mech into a good fire support position. You want to probably get it in an elevated position, level 1, level 2, with a bit of partial cover, and hopefully a woods in that hex as well if you can find it. And you find a decent firing spot for this guy and you park him down. Either that, or you're using one of your other mechs to spot from indirectly, and he fires indirectly and provides that nice fire support. But it's a good combination. It's a good mech. It's got good armor. I'm not too enamored with the rear mounted medium lasers, you know, but people find it useful when, you know, opponents' lighter mechs get in and behind you. But my mentality is, don't let them get in there in the first place. But hey ho, it's got 2 medium lasers, 1 in each arm as well. So when you run those ammo bins dry, and you've got you've got plenty of rounds. You've got a good few rounds. Your typical game's gonna last what, 12, 14 turns. So you know, if you run your archer dry, you've been hitting on decent numbers. You've been doing a fair chunk of damage. And then if we run this in combination in a lance with the King Crab and the Atlas, well, those guys are bearing down. People aren't really going to be focusing down on the archer if there's an assault mech barreling down on them that's got a couple of AC-20s in its hands. You know what I mean? So you need to think of these things when you're looking at your mechs. Individually, it can be overwhelmed pretty easy because it has that heat problem with only 10 heat sinks. So if you're playing it individually, if you're in a brawl, try and stay ropey. Try not to get cornered too much, and try be wary of the heat on this mech, because especially on the basic 2R variant, there are later variants there are a plethora of later variants that we can talk about in other videos when we do individual reviews of mechs. But for the 2R that we're talking about in the Salvage Box, it can get toasty, but it's a good fire support mech, and it's a great combination for what we've pulled so far. It's a good fire support mech, which is what we needed. So there we are, folks. Hope you've enjoyed today. If you're not subscribed, subscribe for more salvagemas, as we're calling it now. And we'll catch you in tomorrow's video. So take it easy.